At a time of the year when many people have resolved to eat better, I know I sure have, the federal government has issued its last set of dietary guidelines. Health reporter Erica Edwards has more on what is and is not included in these new recommendations.
For the first time, the federal nutrition guidelines set a limit on added sugar.
As you're trying to put together the total calories in a day, the recommendation is not have more than 10% of those calories be from added sugars.
The term added sugars does not apply to what's naturally found in fruit. It refers to sweeteners added to products like drinks, soups, and sauces. The government is working on new food labels that should clearly show added sugar. But until then, here's some dietary math that may be hard to swallow. 10% of a 2,000-calorie diet equals 12 teaspoons of sugar, which can be found in just one large soda.
Whether it's the beverages you drink or maybe eating out one fewer night a week, these small changes can get you to a place where there's healthier eating for you and your family.
The guidelines also suggest increasing the amount of fruit, vegetables, and whole grains in our diet and cutting back on salt and saturated fat, both linked to heart disease. While excess red meat and processed meats have also been associated with health problems, the guidelines don't specifically advise cutting back on those sources of protein. Cardiologists have other advice.
In our conversations as clinicians, it's our obligation to be blunt and to be direct. And we very often will say expressly that you should reduce fatty foods, specifically red meat and processed foods.
The guidelines do suggest people incorporate other forms of protein into their meals, like nuts, legumes, and seafood. Erica Edwards, NBC News.